Welcome to our channel, where we explore all things business. Today, we're going to dive into the different types of business organizations and how they're structured. Let's start with the most basic structure, the sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is a business owned and run by one individual. It's easy to set up and the owner has complete control over the business. It's a flexible business structure, and the owner can make decisions quickly and easily, without the need for consensus or approval. One of the main advantages of a sole proprietorship is that the owner has complete control over the business. They can decide what products or services to offer, how to price them, and how to market them. They also have complete autonomy over the day-to-day operations of the business and can make decisions quickly and easily. However, there are some disadvantages to a sole proprietorship. As the sole owner, the individual is personally liable for all debts and legal issues that the business may incur. This means that the owner's personal assets, such as their home or car, can be at risk if the business is sued or goes bankrupt. Additionally, sole proprietorships may have difficulty raising capital, since the owner is the only person responsible for funding the business. A sole proprietorship is a great option for individuals who want to start a small business with minimal startup costs and who are willing to take on the full responsibility for the business. It's important to consult with a professional to understand the legal and regulatory requirements for starting and running a sole proprietorship, as well as the personal liability that comes with it. Now let's take a closer look at partnerships, a popular form of business organization for small businesses and entrepreneurs. There are several types of partnerships, each with its own unique characteristics. First, we have the general partnership. This is the most basic form of partnership, where two or more individuals come together to run a business. All partners are involved in the management of the business and share in the profits and losses. Partners are also personally liable for any debts or legal issues the business may incur. Next, we have limited partnerships, which are similar to general partnerships, but with one or more partners who are only responsible for the investment in the business and not the day-to-day management. These partners, known as limited partners, have limited liability and are not personally responsible for the debts of the business. Another type of partnership is the limited liability partnership, LLP, which combines the pass-through taxation of a partnership with the limited liability of a corporation. In this type of partnership, partners have limited liability for the debts and obligations of the partnership, but they're still personally liable for their own wrongful actions. Lastly, we have joint ventures, which are temporary partnerships formed for a specific project or business venture. They can be set up as a partnership, corporation, or any other legal structure, and typically dissolve once the project or venture is completed. As you can see, partnerships come in many different forms, each with its own unique benefits and disadvantages. It's important to consult with a professional to determine the best structure for your business, and to have a well-drafted partnership agreement in place to clearly outline the roles and responsibilities of each partner. Now let's take a closer look at corporations, one of the most complex and versatile forms of business organizations. There are several types of corporations, and each has its own unique characteristics. First, we have the C corporation. This is the most common type of corporation and it's considered a separate legal entity from its owners. It's taxed as its own entity, and shareholders are not personally liable for the corporation's debts or liabilities. Next, we have the S corporation. This type of corporation is similar to a C corporation, but it's taxed as a pass-through entity. This means that the profits and losses of the business are passed through to the shareholders and reported on their personal tax returns. Another type of corporation is the B corporation or benefit corporation. This is a for-profit corporation that is also committed to meeting certain social and environmental goals. They're held to a higher standard of corporate governance and transparency, and it's required to create a material positive impact on society and the environment. Lastly, we have the non-profit corporation, which is a corporation formed for charitable, educational, religious, or other similar purposes. They're not organized to make a profit and any surplus generated is used to further the organization's mission. They're often eligible for tax-exempt status and contributions to these organizations are tax-deductible for the donors. Each of these types of corporations has its own advantages and disadvantages, and it's important to consider your business goals and objectives when choosing the right structure for your organization. Corporations come in many different forms and each one offers its own unique benefits. Now let's take a closer look at cooperatives, a unique form of business organization that is owned and controlled by the people who use the services or goods provided by the business. Cooperatives are formed to meet the common economic, social, and cultural needs of their members. They operate on the principle of one member, one vote, and any surplus generated is distributed among the members. There are several types of cooperatives, each with its own unique characteristics. First, we have consumer cooperatives, which are formed by consumers to provide goods and services to their members at a lower cost. These types of cooperatives are often found in retail, housing, and credit industries. Next, we have producer cooperatives, which are formed by producers to market their goods and services collectively. These types of cooperatives are often found in agriculture, fisheries, and manufacturing industries. Another type of cooperative is the worker cooperative, which is owned and controlled by the workers themselves. These types of cooperatives are focused on promoting democracy in the workplace and providing workers with an equal say in the decision-making process and an equal share of the profits. Lastly, we have hybrid cooperatives, which combine elements of different types of cooperatives, such as consumer and producer, or worker and consumer. Cooperatives offer a unique and democratic way of doing business, where members can work together to achieve common goals. It's important to consult with a professional to determine if a cooperative is the best structure for your business, and to understand the legal and regulatory requirements for forming and running a cooperative. In conclusion, there are many different types of business organizations to choose from, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. It's important to consider your business goals and objectives when choosing the right structure for your organization. Whether it's a sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, or cooperative, it's important to consult with a professional to determine the best structure for your business and to understand the legal and regulatory requirements for each type of organization. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next time for more insights on all things business. Remember, the right business structure can help you achieve your goals and set your business up for success.